All right, so what I'm going to do first is just kind of go over um what's happening today. So I want to have some time to be able to be in front of my computer when this goes live. So I asked Waleed to at least give me a few hours to get ready. And then if you guys have any questions as well, we'll be able to answer them in Discord or those of you that are in the builders chat there in WhatsApp. So does noonish, like 3 hours from now, Waleed, is that a good time frame for you to be able to bring it live?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you when you talk.
Yeah, approximately at noon, 1 p.m. at late.
Okay, so we'll plan on 1 p.m. and that would be 4 hours from now. So whatever time zone you're in, it'll be 4 hours from now that it goes live. So here is the way it's going to work. I'm going to share my calculator with you guys. We'll have this on the website as well for you to use. Let me hide this panelist thing there. All right. So it takes for the one, there's tier one, tier two, and tier three. Okay. There are no rewards for those hatchery tiers. It's just giving you the miners. You're staking that MoveQuest for X amount of days, and it gives you a discount, plain and simple. But you get the miners up front. The only way to earn the hatchery rewards is if you're in the 100% tier four hatchery. With that one, you are depositing 100% of the move quest. Okay. So if you're going to get a navigator, you're going to have to deposit $50 of move quest. That would be at, and I don't even know what the current market value of move quest is. Let me go look real quick. I haven't checked it. If I come over here, it is 1036. Okay, so let me adjust that on the spreadsheet. This was a couple of days ago. 1036, and then I'm just going to put this one at $20 for right now. The daily MoveQuest reward is 0.001846 per MoveQuest. The requirement is that you have to submit, okay, because that's part of the ecosystem. So my recommendation is to make your MoveQuest deposit using your mining wallet, okay, where your miners, the wallet you're using for your mining rewards. Otherwise, you won't be able to submit and have it count. So it has to be connected to that mining wallet account. If you have multiple devices that you're mining with, you can deposit in all four mining wallets if you want. You can deposit in just one. It doesn't matter. What does matter is that you submit. Okay, because if you don't submit, you won't be eligible for the rewards that day. That is part of the ecosystem. That's part of the liquidity provision. And so if you want to uh, earn those staking MoveQuest rewards, you have to submit daily. It doesn't matter what level of miner that you're mining with, you just have to submit. It doesn't affect your mining reward. Every MoveQuest deposited will earn 0.001846 per MoveQuest deposited. The next thing is that it is a $50 minimum deposit. Okay, so you can't deposit one MoveQuest. It has to be a minimum of a navigator because that's what you're receiving. So when you make this MoveQuest deposit, you are receiving the miners that you choose. If you deposit $100 and you want two navigators, you'll be able to choose the two navigators. If you deposit $100 and you want a trailblazer, you'll be able to choose the trailblazer. Basically, what you're doing is you're making a deposit into the staking contract. It's going to give you a balance of MoveQuest, and you're going to choose the miners that you want to claim. And then those are going to be minted and they're going to be added to your miner inventory. At that point, the MoveQuest stays locked for 222 days. And every day that you submit out of those 222 days, you're receiving 0.001846 per MoveQuest or per your deposit amount. So if you wanted as an example. Let's say you don't want any navigators, no trailblazers, no explorers, and you want the 16 navigators so that you can get your 8 titans. You will deposit the miner fee, okay, is $3,600. You're going to deposit 3,006. Let's see here. Yeah. You're getting a hatchery discount of $3,060. You still have to deposit the full 3,600 in MoveQuest, but you're going to get all of that back. All 347.49 MoveQuest. You're not getting $3,600 back and then we keep the rest of the MoveQuest. You're literally getting 347.49 MoveQuest. That's what the deposit amount of MoveQuest would be. You have to deposit the full amount, and the fee is 15% of what the miners cost. So it has two effects. One, it is removing MoveQuest from circulation that you don't plan to sell in the near future. And it's allowing you to earn more MoveQuest rewards because you've locked them up. It has a significant positive impact on the liquidity pool. When you're looking at the FDV of a liquidity pool, it is taking all the MoveQuest that's in circulation times the market value of the token. And that's how you get that FDV. Right now, because we haven't verified the MoveQuest token because the website's not up yet, we haven't been indexed on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap because the MoveQuest website is not up yet. It's still on the dev dot. It's calculating 21 million MoveQuest tokens times $10.36 to get the current FDV. We all know that's not accurate. Currently, we have, and let me get you that calculator real quick. And the fluid calculator. Currently in the wallet holders, and I'm going to take out this hatchery, okay, because this will be released today. Everybody who's in the current hatchery, all of those will be released, all the tokens, all the miners, so that you can stake them. That won't happen until after the tier 4 comes up, and then the developer will release that one. Okay, so we're gonna put that at 0. So currently we have 426,668 MoveQuest tokens in circulation. If you were to take that number, times it by the current market value, that is our current FDV. Okay, it's not this crazy, what, 200 million or whatever it is right now. Yeah, it's not 217.5 million. It is literally 4.3 million. That's amazing. Okay, that's really, really, really good. That means that we're only 35% away from being completely fluid. Now, when we add back, we're going to just put this number in here. I'm just going to say, let's say we have 200,000 MoveQuest tokens, okay, that go into the hatchery. That means there's only 226,668 MoveQuest tokens that are in circulation, meaning people who are holding them in their wallets and they could be sold. Now we're at 21% from being fluid. If we were to put all 400 and whatever it was, let me see what it was again. 426,668. 426,668. All right. We wouldn't even be, we'd be over. We'd be $651,000 over in the liquidity pool, meaning we would have more liquidity in the pool than we need. We'd actually be over fluid. Okay. So now I'm going to just put this at, we'll say 300,000. We're only 9,300 away from being fluid. So if we were to get the 300,000 tokens out of circulation into the hatchery, there would only be 126,000 MoveQuest tokens in circulation. That would give us, that would take us to almost 100% fluid. From there, we know those tokens aren't being sold. Every single day, 2,500 more are being mined, but we're able to now beef up that liquidity pool for the next 222 days. And it doesn't matter what people are selling because it can't deplete or lower the market value of the token. It would have its bottom floor price at that point, meaning that even if all of the ones that we're holding sold and they got the current market value of the token, there's now nothing in circulation but the 2,500 that are going in every single day. Now you see nothing but price gain. Now you see nothing but green candles. So the whole goal is for those of you who are holding, giving you a smart contract to place them in. One, it makes it very secure. You don't have to worry about a wallet getting hacked and losing those tokens. Two, you're gaining MoveQuest every single day that you're holding. Now we're rewarding those of you who are supporting the liquidity, who are supporting the project, who are helping us gain that buffer in the liquidity pool. And those of you who are selling, you can sell. It doesn't matter. But now we're at a ratio that's better for supply and demand. Now you start to see this turn around and you start to see green candles instead of the red candles. And not only that, it stabilizes that liquidity pool when you're looking at the FDV. And we will be listing on CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, getting the token verified as soon as the MoveQuest website goes live this upcoming week. So the minute it goes live, everything can be completed where the token is concerned. And there's going to be a lot of things that are taking place over the next week and 2 weeks, okay, between now and February 15th. And so this is just the first step to making us look and be super, super strong when we get indexed and listed on these different platforms. With CoinGecko, we're going to be ranked number 1 to number 3 in the move to earn space. That's huge. So those of you who are here who see what we're doing and see where this project is going, take advantage of the hatchery because it is benefiting the project as a whole, but it's majorly going to benefit you as well. Let's just say you're only going to do the 16 vanguards. Okay, let's say, we've got people who are getting ready to get started in the project. Yes, you're going to deposit the full $3,600 of MoveQuest, the 347.49 MoveQuest tokens. But in 222 days, you're going to get all of them back. Plus, you're mining the hatchery daily rewards on that amount of MoveQuest is 0.6415 per day. That means that your total MoveQuest rewards in 222 days is 142.41. That's 489.9 MoveQuest that you're going to be claiming in 222 days. Now, if the MoveQuest price today is at 1036 when you deposit, you have to remember you're getting $3,600 worth of miners for $540. You have to take those vanguards and you have to merge them into Titans. So you've got the other, I think it's $2,800 that you have to spend to merge to Titans, but it's giving you more than a 50% discount on your miners. But you are helping us by stabilizing the liquidity pool by locking up those tokens for the next 222 days. That means you're not going to sell those tokens. Your MoveQuest rewards is based on that 142 that you mined. So not only are you getting the full $3,600 worth of MoveQuest back, you're also gaining $1,475. So you're getting $3,600 worth of miners. You're getting the $3,600 worth of MoveQuest back, plus you're getting $1,475 in MoveQuest rewards dollar value. The bottom line is your gains plus deposit, you're going to make $4,500. That's based on the 3,600 in miners plus the 1,475. And if you add your MoveQuest back, your original deposit, it's 81.35. If you hold it until the market value hits $20, then you've made $12,857. That's another $5,908 gain on that. Now, if you hold until it's $100, and we hope that within the next 222 days, we're sitting closer to the $200 mark. But if we make our goal and say below our goal and keep it at $100, you've just turned $4,500 into $52,000. The math works at the end of the 222 days, are you going to be able to cash out and sell all of those? Or we would hope that you won't do that, but that you'd come back into the hatchery and do it again. So the liquidity pool becomes even more stable, even more stable, even more stable. That's the goal. Because the longer you hold these tokens, obviously, the stronger the liquidity pool gets. But if you adhere to the 80-20 rule and you only were to sell 20% of those tokens and times that by the 20%, I hit my shift button too soon. You would sell $10,409 of your tokens and you are completely liquid yourself at this point. Okay, you don't have any expense into MoveQuest whatsoever. And all the while you've been mining your normal rewards from your physical activity every single day. So now you're mining your rewards and you're getting the hatchery rewards for holding. That's pretty significant. And that's a major gain. Now, if we reach our goal and we get to the $250 mark in that 222 days, you're looking at $125,000 that you made on a $540 deposit. And if you only were to sell 20% of those and you went back into the hatchery with the remaining 80, you have to understand the 80-20 rule. It's a pretty strong rule when you're talking about crypto or even the stock market. Now you're looking at being able to sell $25,000 of your MoveQuest token on top of your mining rewards. This isn't even calculating what you're earning in your mining rewards. If you're mining with Titans, take that we'll say 1.4 times that by 222 days. Okay, that's another 310 MoveQuest that you've mined as well. So now you've got your 489 that equals the 310 that you've mined plus the 489 that you've got. Now you're at 800 MoveQuest tokens. Without the hatchery, you'd still have 310, which is great. But with the hatchery, you've locked up 394 or 347. You've earned 142 through the hatchery, and you've mined 310 if you're mining with the Titans. That's 800 MoveQuest tokens that you have now accumulated over 222 days. And if you take that and you times it by, we'll say the future market value, you're now looking at $200,000 that you made in 222 days. That's almost $1,000 a day by utilizing the hatchery. At $100, it's 80,000. And if the market value stayed the same, it's 82.95 on those tokens. So when it comes up today, I'm going to let Waleed explain to you guys real quick what exactly they'll need to do, just in case I'm off on any of my steps. Am I right on all the steps? They're going to make a deposit. They're going to choose the number of mine or what type of miners they want. They're going to pay the fee. The miners are going to mint, and then they can go and place them in a mining dock or hold on to them for the leasing. It's pretty much as simple as that. Am I right in all that, Waleed?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So the way the hatchery is working, so it's pretty similar to the one that is running right now. The difference is that you will have options inside each card. So first of all, you choose your card. So you choose your miner first. Then you choose the option that you want to you want to create the card with, and you choose the number of miners that you want to make the card, basically. So let's say, for example, you want to start a card with 10 vanguards, for example, and you want to choose the option to pay, for example, 75% in MPT and the 25% in AVAX.
Oh, this is the 100% with the rewards, Waleed.
Yeah, so yeah, so basically it's coming together. But yeah, with 100% rewards, uh, you just choose. You just choose the number of the NFTs inside the card that is appropriate, meaning the card that is dedicated to that type of NFT. So if it's a Vanguard, if it's a Trailblazer, etc. So basically, you choose a number, number of NFTs you want to mint. You go ahead, it's staked, and you receive the NFTs immediately in your wallet.
Yep. And then your MoveQuest is locked for the 222 days, and you'll see a counter. It's going to show you the amount of MoveQuests that you are rewarded with daily, correct, Waleed, if they submit?
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's showing you the potential first. So how much you would earn uh, if you submit each day for this time frame. Then it's showing you the progress, meaning if you are missing days, for example, it's going to show you how much you did until now as reward, uh, etc. So basically, it's a progression toward what you can earn uh, if you do a perfect run. So let's say.
Yep. And then on the reserve, because I know that's a question. So we're not going to release the reserve tokens right away. After doing the calculation on it, if the liquidity pool can't support them now, I can't guarantee, because you never know what the community is going to stake and do. I can't guarantee that it would be able to support it in 222 days, the excess reserve tokens. The demand has to be there. So as the community grows in size, as the demand for the token increases, then we'll be able to begin to release those. And I know like some people have asked, well, can't you just release them so we can earn on the tokens? And we can't. So it is all tokenomics, and I gotta be really strict to the tokenomics that were written into all the smart contracts and what the algorithms are. And so we have to make sure that the liquidity supports it. How do we get the liquidity to support them? The demand for the token has to be there. The liquidity pool needs to be able to support the tokens that are in circulation. And the ecosystem has to be able to support what goes into circulation. And it's not like we can just take them away. That would make it centralized. We can't control your tokens. We already have written into the tokenomics, the reserve, and that's what we have to adhere to. Once we release the reserve, they're yours. We can't decide whether you can uh, take them or you can't take them. Then we take control. And that's not what decentralization is about. So we can't do it. There's no way that we ever want to control somebody's tokens, your money, or what you can and cannot do with them. And so you release them when the community size, when the demand is there for those tokens, you release them when the liquidity pool can support them. And that is the only way to do it. The minute that they come out of that reserve contract, they are yours. From that point on, it's not up to me to tell you what you can do with them. It's not up to me to say you have to stake them. It's not up to me to say that once you've staked them and you get them back, you can't have them. That's not up to me. And so everything has to be done within the smart contracts and making sure that all the tokens that are in circulation are supported by the ecosystem, by the size of the community, by the liquidity. And the minute that that's taken away from you, it's no longer a decentralized project. So we have to stick within the realms of the smart contract rules for the tokenomics. That being the liquidity pool has to be able to support X amount of tokens that are in circulation. That reserve contract is there because it can't support 5,000 tokens in circulation because the demand for those extra tokens is not there yet. So to get those out of the reserve contract, the demand has to be there, meaning we need to work on building the community so that we have more engagement in the ecosystem for those tokens. The engagement in the ecosystem is what supplies the liquidity, right? Every time you evolve, every time you submit, every time you claim, every time you dock a miner, every time miners go into the hatchery, every time once the leasing is here on the 15th of February, once that takes place, every time a miner is leased, all of that supplies the liquidity. It's all within the ecosystem. That's what keeps the token market value where it's at. And so we have to adhere to those rules. I can't ever tell you what to do with your tokens. The minute I do that, you're no longer in control. And so we can't do it because we've got to adhere to the rules of decentralization. And once those tokens are in your wallet, they are yours to do what you want with. And from that point on, it should never be up to a person to tell you what to do with them. And therefore, we can't release them based on that. So I want to apologize to everybody up front for saying that we could do it. I should not have said that on the call the other night because we cannot do it. Because the minute I do, then it does weaken the ecosystem. And if I try to tell you what to do with them by contract, meaning we'll put them in this contract, but you can't have them, then it's no longer centralized or decentralized. At that point, I just told you what to do with your tokens. And I'll never do that in this project. It will always be decentralized. So does everybody, it's actually very, very simple. When it comes up, you're gonna deposit the amount of MoveQuest. You're gonna decide what miners you want, how many miners you want. You're going to mint them. It's gonna charge you the fee, which is 15% of the full price. At the end of 222 days, you get all the MoveQuest back, plus you get your rewards MoveQuest. It is a 222-day lock. It can't be unlocked. So make sure what you put in there is you're good with that 222 days. That's the 100% hatchery. The lower tiered hatcheries, the one for 25%, that's a 25% deposit of MoveQuest, 75% fee. You do get the MoveQuest back. You get the miners up front. It's only locked for 60 days. The next one is a 50-50, 50% MoveQuest deposit, 50% of the fee. You get all the MoveQuest back. I believe it's in, I want to say 120 days. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. And then the next one is the 75% MoveQuest deposit. You get all the MoveQuest back. It's got a 25% fee. They're locked for 180 days. Those first three tiers do not give MoveQuest rewards. It's just simply the miners. You get the MoveQuest back and you pay the fee. So it gives you a discount on your startup. Those of you that are long-term holders, you want to utilize the tier 4. It's 100% MoveQuest deposit. It's a 15% fee. You get all the MoveQuest back, plus you gain 0.001846 reward per MoveQuest. And then you get that in the 222 days. And that's how that one works. And they are smart contracts that can't be switched, changed, or anything. It's just the way it is. So it's the 222-day lock, but you do gain massively from that. Not only that, but you are majorly contributing to the stability of the liquidity pool, allowing us those 222 days to really beef it up. You do have to participate in the ecosystem in order to gain the rewards. If you don't submit that day, you don't get a reward that day, period, plain and simple. So outsiders that don't want to mine would not be able to buy MoveQuest and stake it and gain the rewards. They're not contributing to the ecosystem. They can't gain the reward, plain and simple. And that continues to keep the utility behind the token, and it continues to back the liquidity, and it also continues to increase the liquidity amount. Now, by the end of the 222 days, if we get the number of MoveQuests that are being held in wallets locked up that aren't planning to sell, we would be very, very close, if not over, that $10 million mark. And then we would be able to release those tokens. If you guys want those tokens in reserve to be released, we just need to see the community grow. Doubling the size of our community is all it takes. We did that in 30 days. Where we're at right now, we reached this number in about 30 days. And yes, we've consistently been growing, not like what we did in the first 30 days. That's all it takes, and those can be released. So it doesn't take a lot of work to get those out of that smart contract, but it does take some milestones to be met in order to get there. Okay, Herschel, I'm going to hand it over to you. And if I don't know if you guys have seen any questions or if people are asking questions I didn't
Yes.
cover.
Yes, great information, Lynette. That definitely helps fill some gaps of information for everyone. But I wanted to gain some clarity on one thing specifically. I know we have a lot of people that are mining, or at least a good number of people that are mining multiple devices. So when it comes to the hatchery, just want to make sure we're all clear on this. If let's say I'm mining 2 devices, do I have to stake in each one of those separate accounts, or can I just stake all of my tokens into Hatchery on one account and make sure that I am making sure I'm submitting on a daily basis?
Just one account, just whatever account that you are using, make sure you submit from that account every day. So it doesn't matter because It's not based on, it's not based on like the number of devices you're mining with. So like if you were mining on 4 devices, it's not gonna gain you more MoveQuest. It's literally 0.001846 per MoveQuest that you deposit. So it doesn't matter if it's in 1 or 10, it would still amount to it would still equate to the same.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Harshal,
Yes.
just to be clear about that, if you are mining from different devices, make sure that you are staking from the one that you are submitting the most from it.
Got you.
So
Okay.
if you have
Well, what do you
4
mean by the
accounts,
most? Because your proof of physical activity does not matter in the rewards.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. But let's say if you have 4
One
accounts,
that you do stake with, the one that you submit with every day is what he's saying. So if you're not
exactly,
submitting with every one of your accounts daily, make sure the one that you always submit with is the one you're staking with. Because if you miss a day of submission, you miss that day's reward. Is that what you meant to say? Wade?
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Basically, there is no limit, and the smart contract is just checking for the current account that is staking if it's submitting every day. So it doesn't matter if you are submitting with 4 titans or 8 titans or 1 mover. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you are submitting every day during the duration.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. All right. Let's see. And another thing I want to make sure everybody understands and it is clear, we're not staking our miners. We're staking MQT and you're receiving miners as a reward for staking and you get those miners up front as soon as you do it. There's no requirement to then take those miners and then go mine with them per se. So that's not, you're not being forced to do something with those miners once you get them. You can leave them in reserve, use them for leasing or whatever you may want to do with them in the future. And I'm just addressing a couple questions that I see in the chat. Just want to make sure that that is clear. You're getting miners as a reward for staking your MQT tokens, and you will also receive additional MQT for doing that during the staking period.
Yep. This way, I mean, our goal, one thing that's I want to be very clear with MoveQuest is that we are very, very conscientious of regulatory you know, and how do I want to put this? So we want to adhere to what even could be regulated in the future. Staking is kind of a gray area where the SEC is concerned, right? We don't have to register with the SEC because we are not a security. We are a utility-backed token. The minute we step into a gray area, we then would need to register with the SEC if we would fall under the security guidelines. We are a utility-backed token, meaning that there is real use for this token. Now, if you were to stake MoveQuest and we were to give you, per se, like a percentage of the project's profits or whatever for staking, we've now stepped into a gray area. So we don't do that. This is MoveQuest that's never been in circulation. This is MoveQuest that is from our 1-year reserve supply that isn't in circulation because that first year, but that's where we're building the community. That's where we're beginning to build the community, start doing our marketing and whatnot. We've got that reserve amount of tokens that we can reward out, whether it be reserve tokens, whether it be in the hatchery, however we decide to do that. So you are staking that MoveQuest to receive a product. This is your digital real estate. These are these miners. You may not need the miners right now. You may already have your dock full, but these are miners that will be able to be leased. So you are increasing your miner inventory, which is a great thing. All right. So as the demand becomes higher for MoveQuest, people will be able to come and lease miners from you, pay a rental fee, and they won't have to mint their own miners until they are ready to do so. Or if we're holding an event or a charity event or something like that, those miners would be available to them for those events. And so that is giving you that inventory that the project needs you to have. You're staking the MoveQuest to earn a set amount of MoveQuest from the reserve MoveQuest that needs to be in circulation based on tokenomics. And so that's where it's coming from. So we're completely no gray area whatsoever. You are staking the MoveQuest for the miner. Holding the MoveQuest in the staking contract is giving you a daily MoveQuest reward, MoveQuest that hasn't been in circulation yet, based on the amount that you're holding in that staking contract. So in turn, it stabilizes the liquidity pool and it allows us to beef that up so that there's more liquidity there than is needed at the current market value. That's our goal, to have more liquidity in the pool than is actually needed to be above and beyond what is needed in the pool. Hopefully I didn't just confuse everybody, but this is why you get those miners. 99%, probably 100% staking. You just deposit your tokens to gain rewards. You're staking your tokens to get a product and get the rewards. Clears the gray area completely. You're not doing it as an investment to make more money. You're doing it to get more product and you're getting the reward in turn. That's the difference between the way we stake and the way other platforms stake. Is it an issue to do it the other way? No, not right now, but we do think in the future it will be. But then again, we got Trump in office and he's backing the crypto space, so it may never be an issue. But right now, MoveQuest completely stays out of any gray area, period. And it keeps everybody in the safe zone. We never want to be in the hot seat. We always want to be in the safe zone. And that's why the staking is this way. And it's a benefit to you. You get all those miners.
Got it. Got it. Kwame, Corey, anyone have anything that they see from the chat or questions? I was trying to ask questions that kind of answered multiple questions at the same time, or whatever, because most of the questions that have come in have been pretty in the same area or what have you. But if anybody has anything else they think may need to be addressed or questions, please feel free to do so at this time.
Yeah, Harshal, thank you for that. And Lynette and Wally, thank you for the update. I think it's fantastic. I don't necessarily have a question, but just a comment to kind of put things into perspective. The one thing that I want to highlight, and I think we talk about it on most of the calls, is just the care from a regulatory perspective that Lynette and the squad are putting into making sure that this project has longevity. A lot of the crypto projects that you see out there right now, it's geared towards immediate gratification, and that's it. They don't, it's like fast food, right? They don't care if it's here today and it's gone tomorrow. It doesn't matter. It's just how much can I earn right now? And I think this project, what attracted me to it was the fact, not just the tokenomics and the fact that, just Lynette as a person, how the way that she operates with integrity. It wasn't just that. It was the fact that it's fun. It's a fun project. And I know we talked about some heavy things today about the hatchery and how that works. And there's going to be probably more questions. But the thing that I want to draw us back to is that we have a well-rounded project. We have tokenomics. We have a founder of this project that is very well versed in crypto. I mean, she got started in this thing back in the paper wallet days, right? I don't know too many people who are personally that in my circle that have been around that long. I got involved in crypto in 2017, so I'm still a babe. But we have that aspect, but it's a fun project. I mean, think about it. You get to the things that you do every day. Right now, I'm having breakfast with some friends, and I'm outside of the restaurant, just pacing, talking to you guys. And as I'm moving, I'm earning MQT because it's a move to earn platform. So the things that that you're doing every single day, you're actually you're earning a revenue on. We're still in, well, I guess we're out of January, February 1st. Hopefully some of y'all still stuck to your goals that you made in December, that you want to do this new year. But I know a lot of people on this call, you got dreams and goals of wanting to get fit. wanting to, achieve certain goals from a health perspective. And this allows you to motivate you to stick to that, incentivizes you to stick to it. And secondarily, the sugar on top is that you get paid to do it, right? And now when you look at something that Lynette is bringing to the forefront with this hatchery, you're getting the ability to take the tokens that you have that you weren't planning on selling anyway, to get some miners in advance and earn on top of that. I mean, when I think about it, I look at you look at I don't want to say the wrong thing, right? The wrong messaging, but by way of example, it's a simple example. I know if those of you that are working for a company, you have the opportunity to have a 401k, right? You get to take some of the money and your company matches it. You put that away and the company matches it, and it goes towards your retirement. And by way of example only, this is what that's like to me, because I have no intention of selling any of my MQT right now. I'm hodling for dear life. I don't care what happens. I'm not selling it. And so the benefit to be able to get some Vanguards and and get a benefit on a reward for placing that MQT in a hatchery, and then I get the Vanguards in advance. I mean, you can't beat that. And so I just for those of you on the call, that a lot of this stuff might have went over your head, and you'll figure it out. We have plenty of people on the team that will explain this to you, how to replay. Don't get so stuck on the technical stuff of this. Remember, MoveQuest is simple. You move, submit your activity, and earn from it. It's such a simple, easy. My granddaughter, she's 12, is involved in MoveQuest. My wife, more of my family are getting involved in it. And we got our own challenges, and it's bringing us together as a family unit. So there's so many intrinsic benefits to this program as well. I'm hoping you guys really heard what was just expressed this morning, and you really take it to heart, and you really get serious and re-engaged. For those of you that may have just hopped on because you want to hear the latest update and the latest news, I hope this sparks something in you to get re-engaged today and begin to submit your activity every day. Why not? You're moving, you've got your miners, you're moving. Why not submit it? Don't let a day go by where you do not submit your activity and capitalize on that, because a year from now you're going to look back and you don't want to be the person that says, man, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have submitted. I wish I would have taken this more seriously. Take it seriously right now. Re-engage with your family members in your community, and get out there, start walking, start hiking, go swimming, start doing some of the fun things that you've been putting off, and submit that activity and reap the benefits of doing what you're doing each and every single day. I love this project. I'm committed to it wholeheartedly, and a bunch, just as a bunch of you are. And so that's all I had to say. I just wanted to kind of put that in perspective, and just say thank you to Lynette again for continuing to innovate. You're always staying ahead of the game, and I appreciate that about you.
Awesome. I'm going to show you guys something here real quick before we have anybody else come out from the panel. This here is sweat, okay, sweat economy. And if you go to CoinMarketCap and you look at sweat economy, their token is at 0.0079. That's it. And if you go look at Step In, oh, that's Genopets. Step In is only at 9 cents. And then if you go look at the GeoPets or Genopets, that's the move to earn, they're at 0.34 cents. They actually have a higher market value than Step In and Sweat Economy. You go look at MoveQuest, and we're at $10.37. And we stay there consistently. Why? Because we have a self-sustaining ecosystem. And I had somebody in one of the chats yesterday. Well, it's not self-sustaining if it's staying at. No, if it's staying at a current market value, that means it's sustaining. if you look and see at the buys and the sells, it consistently stays between 1.2 and $1.6 million in that liquidity pool. Why? Because the ecosystem is sustaining it. When you see it move up, it's because more people have evolved, more people have docked, more people have submitted. All of the things that make it go up means that there's been more engagement in the ecosystem. We're an amazing move to earn project. We are probably, I'm not gonna say probably, we are the most powerful project in the crypto space because we're the only project that has been created on the fundamentals of blockchain. Projects don't create self-sustaining ecosystems. And I did an intense research on Step In, and I'm going to go over that this week with everybody and basically explain to you why that's a complete failure when it comes to their tokenomics and why that is an unsustainable project. And eventually it is going to fail and it's going to go away. MoveQuest will never go away. It's impossible to bankrupt this project. The only way that this project ends is if the entire community stops engaging. And that's never going to happen. Why? Because our token's at $10.37 and it's only going to go up. And if it goes down, that just means that people sold more tokens than there was demand for. Big deal. The liquidity is there to support it. Why? Because the liquidity is based on the engagement of the community size. The bigger the community, the more engagement, the more liquidity, the higher the market value. The only way this project ever ends is if every single one of you stopped engaging in the project. And why would you ever do that? Because every single person here is mining a profit daily. Maybe you're not in profit based on the cost of your miners yet. It depends. I don't know where everybody is at on that. I mean, if you just started today, obviously you probably haven't made your money back, but I guarantee everybody started back in August and made their money back plus, and they're now in profit mode. And so why would you ever stop? You won't ever stop. We built it the right way. It's built the way a crypto project should be built. And this hatchery is just the icing on the cake. And it has a benefit to the ecosystem because it's locking up the tokens that aren't being sold, which is going to drastically affect this FDV when we do get verified, indexed, and listed. So it's a big deal. And you guys are rewarded very well for it. And 222 days, a lot can happen in 222 days, market value wise. And with everything going live on the rebrand, the leasing getting started, it's really safe to say that the market value is going to be well above $10.37. So you're just putting money in the bank. Basically, you're going to have a really, really good summer, and your kids are probably going to go to school with 10 wardrobes of clothes instead of a few new outfits and a brand new pair of shoes. Literally. I mean, you might be able to buy your kids for their 16th birthday this year a brand new Hummer. Who knows? Just saying. All right, back to you guys. I'm all done. I'm
I have a
done
question for
sharing.
you. I have a question for you, Ms. Lynette. Again, trying to make sure we're all on the same page. Does the distribution, daily distribution within the hatchery kind of mimic the way we earn tokens on a daily basis from our physical activity, meaning that there's a set amount, 2,500 at present time per day, that is divided amongst the people that submit and the amount of shares that they have produced on that day. So in the hatchery, is there a certain amount of tokens that are dispersed on a daily basis to each wallet that submits? And the amount that goes to each wallet is dependent upon how many people submit or don't submit, if that makes sense.
So it's the total value is 0.001846. That will never change. Where we come up with the value is based on the amount of tokens that are in circulation. So if they all went in, if everybody who's holding tokens right now today deposited them into the hatchery, it would be 625 tokens. Okay, but we have 25 to work with. We don't even have that many tokens in circulation to need the full 2,500. So we would have to build the community up immensely for us to have to increase it higher than the 625 MoveQuest that are in the hatchery daily, but we can go as high as 2,500. And we don't have enough tokens in circulation to reach that 2,500. Does that answer what you're trying to ask me?
Okay, I'm sorry. Of the 625 tokens that are available, that are being dispersed on a daily basis, is everybody that does submit getting the same amount? If everybody was to submit, but then let's say tomorrow you had.
Nope, it doesn't give anybody extra for somebody
Okay.
not submitting.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I want. So it's a fixed amount based on what you personally put in. As long as you submit, you get that number of tokens extra per day.
If somebody doesn't submit, it just stays in the balance.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Just wanted to get clarity on that piece. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's see here. That is all that I have now. I know a lot of the questions here are pretty much the same, and we'll be all getting a little more clarity here over the next 24 to 48 hours or so once this actually rolls out. And when we start seeing it working, then we can actually start doing some, little quick videos and things of that nature that'll make it all make not necessarily more sense, but be clearer for everyone. So Ms. Lynette, so everyone should be looking or anticipating in the next 4 to 5 hours or so, starting to see some things actually change on the website. Is that correct from what we just heard Mr. Waleed share with us?
Yep. So when I say noon to 1 o'clock my time, that would be 4 or 5 o'clock Eastern time. There is no race to do it.
Okay.
There's no max limit. So, like on the hatchery you see right now, there's a max amount that can go into it. We don't have a limit on this one. So if you don't do it today and you do it tomorrow, you're gonna miss today's reward, but you wouldn't like get locked out because there's too many in there or something like that. So the sooner you do it, the faster you start making the hatchery rewards. But there's that, like, if you can add more, you can start a new card, whatever it is you want to do. It wouldn't add to your existing card. It would just create a new card if you wanted to add more later. That's how that works. So just so everybody knows, the only thing you're missing out on, the longer it takes you to deposit into the hatchery, is that day's reward. So if you don't do it for a week, you just didn't get 7 days worth of the rewards. You don't get more rewards because somebody didn't submit. It's a set amount. It's better on tokenomics, better on the liquidity. It's just more sound to do it that way. So you just simply get the 0.001846 per MoveQuest that you've deposited, and it doesn't change if somebody didn't submit. There's no fluctuating reward value.
Perfect. Well, that's all that I have at this time. We want to thank you for your time, Mr. Waleed, for being here as well to share that information. And we look forward to seeing all of this move forward here over the next day or two. That's all from me. I'd like to thank everybody for sharing your time with us on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, and we'll be stay tuned to the Discord for any pertinent updates and things like that. If there's any changes or anything, we'll make sure that we get that communicated out to everyone. So unless anybody else has something, we'll go ahead and let everybody go, and we'll move forward.
All right. Enjoy your Saturday.
All right, and we will get this recording out here shortly as well. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. See you later.